Hey everyone, so in today's video, you see I have in front of me a bunch of K-Beauty lip products. These are some of my favorite affordable K-Beauty lip products out there. Most of these are under $10 and have exceptional, unique formulas. Honestly, a lot of K-Beauty is on the affordable side, but I really wanted to focus on very affordable but truly exceptional. You guys know how it goes on my channel. I don't recommend them purely because they're affordable. I recommend them because I love the formula and they happen to be at a very good price point. Also, this video is very kindly sponsored by YesStyle. They always give me complete creative freedom. They're such big supporters of my channel, so thank you guys for watching and thank you to them. I really appreciate the support. So I am giving you demos. I know you can't see my face yet, but let's walk through some of these formulas. I really put together a lip product for everyone. There really is something for everyone in this video. Matte, glossy, thin, thick, all the good stuff. Also a quick note, because I always get questions about the nail color I'm wearing. This one is one of the foundation colors from CanMake. They are one of my favorite Japanese brands, and this is the shade 02. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to this. You can get it on YesStyle as well. Let's go ahead and start off with the Eco Soul Lip Oil from the Saem. I actually initially bought this because I was wondering if it was going to be comparable to something like the Dior lip oils. And surprise, surprise, I think that the shine is incredibly similar. And honestly, I think that if you are a lover of lip oils, you try out a bunch, I think that you will really enjoy this one. If you do like a formula that has a great cushion, a great glide, you really want a high shine finish, but you still do prefer something that isn't crazy heavy and gloopy, or something that is going to completely slip off the lips, I think that you will really love this formula. Now, it does come in a few different shades. This is the shade 03. I give you a swatch. You're not getting like a ton of color from this. And some of the other colors, oh my gosh, I'm actually dripping the product out. But you can tell that this is just not going to be a pigment product. But it is one of those products that you can continue to apply throughout the day. It's going to give you a beautiful finish and it's going to keep your lips in check. I truly think that if you are a fan of luxury lip oils, you'll find that the actual plush and formula is absolutely as good as quite a few. So I wanted to give this one a shout out. I think that honestly, as far as lip oils go or lip glosses, this is definitely one of my favorite K-Beauty ones available. By the way, as far as the scent on the Eco Soul lip oil, it's just a very light fruit scent. I find that with a lot of K-Beauty lip products, in general, they choose very pleasant scents. There's nothing overwhelmingly powdery or flowery about a lot of the scents, which is my personal preference because this formula is just absolutely insane. So it's one of these click up kind of lip gloss. I do have a couple of like melting lip or glaze balm options for you guys. This is the first one that I wanted to mention, and it's from Nature Republic. So this is their honey melting lip, and I have mine in the shade 04 Pomegranate. Incredibly affordable lip product. It's around $7, but you wouldn't be able to tell with this formula. I actually mentioned this product in Best of Beauty 2024 stylo applicators, but when you apply it, it's very lush and just has this great grip and thickness. You just don't get that with some of these glazing sticks. You know, I've tried quite a few from a lot of different Asian beauty brands. This one I find to be one of the most plush, one of the most enveloping. If you are someone that loves a liquid lip balm or you really enjoy that plushness out of your lip product, you don't mind it being a little bit thicker. In fact, you like that kind of security. This is absolutely beautiful. It's a glossy balm that really just feels good going on the lips. Now, this shade 04 Pomegranate, I'm not reaching for a red every single day, so I really do want to check out some of their other shades. But I will say that this color in and of itself is beautiful. The formula is absolutely one of the best you're going to find. And I highly suggest checking it out if you are someone that enjoys these really beautiful glossy balms. Next up, I had to give a shout out to the Etude Juicy Pang tints. These are just such a classic in my collection. They're around $7. This formula for this price point, I think, is just kind of unheard of. But this is the shade Flyberry. It is the shade that I reach for the most, though I do absolutely love the shade Grapefruit as well. But what you'll notice about this formula just from the swatch is one, it gives you this really impeccable kind of jelly feel when it goes on the lips, but also texturally, it kind of has that glaze jelly moisture feel. So it's not a lip tint that you have to feel, like you have to really prep your lips for it. You're worried about how it's going to look on dry spots. As someone with pretty chronically dry lips, I tell you guys this all the time, I can't use lip products like that. I know I want something that's fuss-free, that's going to feel good on the lips, and this gives me just that beautiful glossy shine. Again, kind of like a gel texture on the lips with enough creaminess that truly feels comforting. Truly, if you are looking for a lip stain that is geared towards maybe more mature lips, you want a more long-wearing lip product that isn't going to dry your lips, this is, again, one of those lip products I would definitely recommend. And I really enjoy this kind of applicator. This kind of tapered long applicator is really nice to be able to line the lips as well. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but it also does have a very pleasant scent, kind of like grape soda, which I'm never opposed to. I mean, ultimately, I think we just want a very comfortable experience when the product goes on the lips. A comforting lip product for especially, this time of year is what I'm always reaching for. You can really build up that moisture as well, all while getting more of a long wear lip stain look. So I really think that those of you that are just getting into K-beauty lip stains or maybe just K-beauty in general, I do have, by the way, a K-beauty starter pack kind of thing going on. I'm going to do like a K-beauty makeup bag video upcoming just to run through a bunch of different formulas that I think are really good for beginners. This is definitely one of those products. It's just going to be a crowd pleaser. I can't really see too many people not enjoying this. So again, beautiful plushy lip tint formula, great for pretty much everyone. Highly, highly recommend. But let's say you are someone that really enjoys a matte lip tint. I'm with you on kind of like an everyday basis. If I don't want a gloss to really kind of overtake my look, I'll tend to reach for more of a matte lip stain. But again, I can't do a matte lip stain that is drying. I need it to at least have some sort of level of comfort, and that's when I would recommend the Etude Fixing Tint. Now, I'm a little bit late to the game on this lip tint. I could have sworn I had tried it years ago, but I don't think I did. So I finally picked up this one in the shade Baked Pecan and can confirm it is not only a beautiful shade, but this is one of the best matte lip formulas I have tried, period. I'm talking like Western Beauty, I'm talking Asian Beauty, I'm talking lipstick, lip stain. In general, this is just a beautiful matte lip formula. So first of all, scent test. This is just a very classic kind of sweet smell, semi-baked good like, but not anything really overpowering. What this lip tint has that a lot of other lip tints don't have is a very unique evenness to the pigment without relying on a ton of silicone. So it is, I would imagine that this has a little bit of silicone. It does have a beautiful glide and slip, which silicone does give to a lip product. But what you can notice is that the pigmentation itself is incredibly even and it's non-drying pigment. So what you'll typically get with a lip like this, whether it's a liquid lip or a lip stain or whatever, is that it'll go on and then set down to more of a matte finish. But in that whole process, it will just completely suck any moisture out of your lips. It'll just, your lips will just slowly shrivel up as that dry down happens. This one somehow avoids all of that. The texture itself, again, it's very spreadable and even. You can't underestimate the power of a very smooth and even application when it comes to matte lips. It's a make or break kind of factor. And this one just very evenly, completely coats the lips, one swipe. And I also really enjoy how the finish is very blotted and slightly blurred, but it doesn't necessarily leave that weird ring of silicone that I sometimes get on my lips with a blurry lip tint. Maybe if you guys have tried those, you know what I'm talking about, but sometimes you can kind of get this white ring with certain lip products on the lips, and this does not do that for me. Again, I love this applicator. I can be very precise. It's also one of those lip products that I don't have to worry about it necessarily transferring super readily. So it is just a very apply, forget kind of product. And you can see the finish is more matte, but it's not this, again, very waxy, creamy, putty kind of matte. And it's also not insanely pure pigment, which I like. I feel like this moderation of pigment is best for like every day, at least with this shade Baked Pecan. I see this as a beautiful everyday matte lip product. And it's definitely one that is at the top of my list. Certainly, I think could make an appearance in Best of Beauty for this year, just because the color, the formula, it makes for something that you just really want to go back to over and over again. I wanted to talk about one more of these kind of glaze balm formulas. So this one is from TONYMOLY. It's the Get It Glaze Balm. And you guys, I talked about this product last year when I talked about kbeauty dupes for my like holy grails. And this is essentially incredibly similar to the glossy balms from Hourglass. This formula in and of itself is pretty similar to the Nature Republic. I'm just getting a little bit more pigment from the Nature Republic, whereas the TONYMOLY does feel a little bit more sheer, but the texture is stunning. I wanted to give you guys a swatch of that right there. You see how like it does feel maybe even a touch thicker than the Nature Republic, but you are getting ultra gorgeous shine. By the way, this is the shade 01. I know that this is a very popular shade within the range. I can see why, because it's just kind of perfect in my opinion. But you are getting ultra glossy lips with this, a very plush formula. Really will do a good job of like filling in the lines of the lips, which I think is very flattering for products like this. I also really enjoy the actual packaging. Like I love this sleek little gold packaging. I think the twist of the packaging makes it a little bit easier to control rather than the click up applicator. I don't know. I just think that it feels a little bit more intuitive to me. But yeah, I can't even recommend this one enough. Now, this is one of the only lip products that is slightly above the $10 price point that I had, but I really wanted to mention it anyway because for me personally, I'm willing to spend a little bit more money for an absolutely exceptional formula, and this formula is absolutely exceptional. The scent on this is very classic, like juicy, maybe like a little bit of like a fruit snack, like fruit snack kind of smell, Gushers, fruit roll-ups, whatever. Again, all of those smells I'm great with and I'm fine with, but it's not one of those smells you're gonna just keep smelling on your lips throughout the day. It's just pleasant going on and then you kind of forget about it. By the way, do you guys see how now that it's set for a bit, how the Etude, like that true finish that it gives you, you can see there's very light kind of translucence to it that, again, gives you a very pretty kind of matte look for every day. So I did want to like quickly revisit that so you guys got a better look at it. But yeah, anyway, back to the Tony Moly. It is one of those lip products that if they continued to release shades, I would continue to buy them. I just think that it is that formula that I was looking for so long. And I think that any fan of that really gorgeous, glossy glaze balm, lip balm gloss hybrid kind of product, you're going to be a fan of this. And if it wasn't already apparent, you can also see from the actual pigment that it's a very juicy kind of jelly pigment rather than a very heavy white base pigment kind of product, which is for me, it's just not my favorite. A really heavy white base pigment looks good on some people. On me, it can look really milky and awkward. And I just kind of see the inner portion of my lips very distinctly against it. It just, for me, it just looks a little bit awkward on my lips. But, you know, this kind of pigment never does. It just gives me that really plush kind of look. So, very, very good. And anyone that wants a glossy lip, as far as like lip glosses, lip balms, I think that you will absolutely enjoy this one. Last but certainly not least, we have the Peripera Ink Mood Glowy Tints. Now, these are a beautiful lip stain formula for someone that really likes a little bit more creaminess to their lip stain. So, if you're someone that you already wear like a lipstick every day in your makeup bag, you throw it on, you like how easy it is, but you just want something with a little bit more staying power, or you know, you don't mind a touch of a shine, but you don't want something super shiny. I just think that you will be such a fan of these. They do feel like a really perfect kind of everyday lip product. Now, that's obviously going to depend on what you're going for as far as shades. So I have the shade 03. This is one of the first shades that I got. You can see immediately from the kind of pigment that it's slightly creamier. And this paddle applicator is beautiful, by the way. Just kind of glides the product directly onto the lips in a really, really even, pretty way. The shine is definitely not as shiny as some of like, you know, definitely not as much as the like Glaze Balm, or even not as shiny as the Etude. It sets down a little bit creamier with not quite the insane impact of some of these lip stains. And I think that that's what I like about it. I like that it's a different formula that's kind of doing its own thing. It has a nice glow and a creaminess, but it's more so adding moisture rather than a really, really glossy finish. So this other shade, what shade is this? I think it's Follow Rose, but they kind of they stamped over the actual number, but I'm leaving all the products I'm talking about today as well as shades down below. But this shade is just slightly, you can see it's pretty similar to 03, but just has a little bit more of that kind of peachiness, and it's beautiful. I mean, certainly, I don't think you need both. This is a little bit cooler, this is a little bit warmer. Just going to depend on what you're going for. But again, for those of you that like just an everyday throw it on lip, whether it is a lip stain or a lipstick, you just want something that's going to last. You really just can't take the time to reapply. I think you will really enjoy these because they apply really creamily and evenly, great spread, but then you put them on and they last. So it's not going to be something that you have to worry about touching up. And once you actually let like the gloss sit down a little bit, I give it like, I don't know, 15 minutes, I would not even worry about these transferring either. And this is the shade 06. This wand, I think this is the oldest one that I have maybe, because the wand is a little bit different, but this is very, very bright red shade. Now, as far as the scent, it's again one of those like very neutral, sweet, fruity scents. I'll say this, I really enjoy both the Etude and the Peripera as far as just like slightly glossy lip stains, just a very natural kind of finish. But the Etude does lean into this kind of jelly pigment realm. It's a little bit thicker on the lips, which, you know, for me, I really like. I really like this kind of gel texture, but some people don't. So, you know, I'm kind of giving you a quick comparison so that you guys can truly find that formula for you. Pew is gorgeous. I think it'll always be my personal favorite out of the two, but I do see some folks kind of preferring the Peripera because they have a little bit more creaminess. They are going to last even a little bit longer. They do go down matte faster than the Etude does. So that does make these more ideal for maybe someone that has to wear a mask, or in general, just someone that can't really apply or keep reapplying their lip product. And those are my favorite affordable K-beauty lips. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to leave all the products that I talked about down below for you guys. But if you have specific questions, if you're trying to pick out a shade, if you're trying to pick out a formula for you, I'm always in my comments and I'm happy to help you guys. So just drop a comment. I'll give you guys the nitty gritty if you really want me to get down into it. Thank you again to YesStyle for sponsoring the video, and I will see you guys in my next one.